health and the well-being of your family is always important to you, and never more so than this past year. Apple's commitment to health is stronger than ever. We're collaborating with medical experts to accelerate health innovation, and we're empowering individuals to improve their health as well as make it easier for them to participate in large-scale research studies. With our APIs, developers are using our devices and health app to come up with ingenious ways to push things forward. Here's an example.
I'm Francoise Marvel. I'm a cardiology fellow at Johns Hopkins.
Seth Martin, I'm also a cardiologist at Johns Hopkins.
Seth and I spend our days alongside our patients at the bedside. 6 white coats hovering over a bed. And we're trying to actually share what the patient's condition is, how they need to improve their life. We use medical jargon, we speak quickly, we confuse patients, and they're left on their own. There has to be a better way than just treating a patient, handing them a bunch of papers, and expecting that they're going to understand how to change their life. We thought, well, what if we completely re-engineer the process for a heart attack patient by using Research Kit, Care Kit, Health Kit, and then connecting it with an Apple Watch so we can bring in key cardiovascular metrics that help us to know patients are doing well.
When Francoise was in the Technology Accelerator program at Hopkins, the work there led to this phone call with Apple. And towards the end of the phone call, Francoise said to Divya at Apple, "What can we do to accelerate this?" And Divya said,
"You guys got to come out to Cupertino. Let's turn your vision into reality."
And we had a Silicon Valley Airbnb, and we started side by side coding with our iOS developers. And then every couple hours,
we would talk about their vision and the tools they could leverage.
We'd go to a whiteboard and we'd lay out,
here are the things you guys should go tackle.
And we go back to our Airbnb, pour more coffee, order some bubble teas, eat some food. And then we would go into Cupertino.
They'd come back into Cupertino piled in a minivan
and spend almost a full day there getting more feedback, working with their teams. And then
they would leave our offices and work through the night building and implementing the things we had talked about. With our tools and their vision, we ultimately made magic together.
We left Cupertino invigorated, and guess what? Our clinical trial was able to save an incredible amount of people from having complications and come back to the hospital, and it reduced hospital readmissions by 52% and likely saved a lot of lives.
I remember we were just sitting outside, beautiful Cupertino weather, and it was just one of those moments where it dawned on us that Corey app was going to have an impact on so many people's hearts around the world.
This is the start of something incredible. It's the spark, and now let's light the fire.
This is just one of the many inspiring stories out there and is a testament to the innovative work happening in the medical community. A critical part of taking care of yourself is monitoring changes in your health, which can be subtle and easy to miss over time. So this year, we're offering 3 new features to help you to identify, measure, and understand those changes. And here's Aditi to tell you about the first of these features.
Let's start with mobility. The way that you move and walk can indicate balance issues and gait impairment. This is the leading cause of falls in adults. Currently, fall risk is assessed by a care provider through a questionnaire and an in-person evaluation. But this can miss out on your everyday movement, so important changes can go unnoticed. Your iPhone already captures mobility data as you walk with scientifically validated metrics. We're building on this to introduce a completely new way to assess your risk of falling, called Walking Steadiness. For the first time ever, you can get insight if your fall risk increases and take action early to improve your steadiness. Let's take a quick look at some of the science behind this. As you walk with your iPhone, the built-in motion sensors automatically measure how fast and how evenly you walk, the length of your steps, and the timing of each step, right down to how often you have both feet on the ground. Combined, these metrics provide powerful insight on changes in your balance, stability, and coordination. We used real-world data from the Apple Heart and Movement Study with over 100,000 participants across all ages. This is the largest data set ever used to study fall risk, and it's helped create this first-of-its-kind health metric. You can view your walking steadiness in the Health app. you'll see a classification of okay if the metrics show that you're stable while walking. You can see how your walking steadiness may change as the months go by and receive a notification if your steadiness is low or very low and you're at increased risk of falling. You can also learn how to improve your steadiness. There are movement exercises right in the Health app, and these can help you increase your strength and balance and reduce your risk of falling. Now back to Symbol to tell you about another way to monitor health changes.
You can already view lab results like your cholesterol right in the Health app. In the US alone, 14 billion clinical laboratory tests are performed each year. That is a lot of information to keep track of. When you see your own results come in, it can be hard to understand what these tests mean or what has changed. The Health app will now include detailed descriptions to help you better understand your lab data. For example, when you receive a cholesterol result, you can now see that the LDL is the bad cholesterol, and having too much may put you at risk for heart disease. You can also now see whether your labs are within expected ranges. Together, these views will help you get even more meaning from your lab results. Many health changes happen over time, so to better understand your health even more holistically, we're introducing Trends. You'll get insight on long-term changes across areas such as steps, resting heart rate, blood glucose, sleep, and much more. You'll also be alerted when there's a new trend in your data, which may be something you want to monitor more closely or even discuss with your physician. So if you're getting more daily walks in, your health summary will show that your steps taken have increased over the last few months. This is a great way to celebrate progress towards meeting your health goals and a powerful new way to get early insight into potential health issues. With Trends, walking steadiness, and a better labs experience, you have 3 new ways to see changes in your overall health. Another really important part of managing your health is having meaningful conversations with your doctor. During your visit, physicians look at your vitals and labs, but will also ask you about everyday health activities like exercise and sleep. And patients can often have difficulty remembering all of these details, but the Health app has all of this valuable information. So, to support this conversation, you can now share health data that you choose with your healthcare provider in a private way. For example, if you have a concern about your heart health, you can now share your heart data. This is shared securely. No one else, including Apple, will see this information. Your doctor can then view this data directly from their electronic health record system and look for important trends such as changes in activity and a history of alerts like high heart rate. Access to this information helps give your doctor a more complete view of your everyday health outside of the clinic. We're so excited about this new capability to share your data from the Health app directly with your doctor. These electronic health record companies in the US will be the first to support this feature, and we look forward to expanding availability even more in the coming months. Now, for many of us, it's not just the changes in our own health we care about, it's the health of our family and loved ones too, whether they live with us or far away. For some of us, that means taking care of our kids, and for others, it's our aging parents. And for many of us, it's actually taking care of both, generations above and below. To empower you to care for others, we're introducing Health Sharing, a private and secure way to view health data, trends, and alerts for the people most important to you. For example, I could set up a sharing relationship with my mom, and with her permission, I could view data like her heart rate, activity, and labs. And just like with my own health data, Trends proactively highlights changes in my mom's health data for me. I can also receive notifications, including high heart rate alerts, changes in mobility, and more. And it's easy for me to connect with her about her health. So if I see a noteworthy change, like her resting heart rate increasing, I can simply tap messages and start a conversation with my mom. This is a powerful new way to stay connected to the well-being of those you love. You'll have peace of mind, and they'll know they have a trusted partner on their health journey. Since the beginning of our work in health, all of our health features have been architected to keep your data secure and protect your privacy. Your health data is under your control and is encrypted in transit and at rest. The permissions built into the sharing experience give you granular control over which types of data you share and with whom. And you can make changes at any time right from the Sharing tab. Data you share is sent in an encrypted form, and Apple does not have access to any of this information. Privacy is fundamental in the design and development across all of our health features. We're so excited for what's coming in health. A first-of-its-kind metric to assess fall risk, richer insights to understand changes in your health, and completely new abilities for you to privately share selected data with your doctors and loved ones. Now I'll hand it over to Kevin to talk about